Welcome to a little corner of consciousness, where we embark on this journey of consciousness expansion together, one coherent step at a time. On a little corner of consciousness, we explore coherence, expansion, and frequency as we move deeper into our wholeness together. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. Welcome to the show. Hello, lovely listeners. Welcome back to another episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. Today, let's talk about these wild times. We are really going through it at the moment. There have been massive waves of expansion coming through the collective field. And it's just such a wild time to be alive. It is such a wild time to actually be going through the awakening and the expansion of human consciousness. Isn't it just so wild? It's mind-boggling, actually, to really get to be so lucky to be here at this moment in time. I went out just for a chat and a coffee and a drink or whatever with a friend last night, and we were just talking about how wild our experiences have been and how confusing, how discombobulating it can be to be going through this process and not really have anything to compare it to, not really have many people who understand what you're going through. And so that's why I wanted to do this podcast, was to let you know that you are not alone, that we are not alone, that we are many, and that many are feeling this. We just have to talk about it more and allow ourselves to release the stories of shame or embarrassment about, feeling and experiencing these things and wondering if we're the only ones experiencing it and whether that makes us crazy. It doesn't. You're not. There are many, many, many of us going through this at this time. But, this year, the beginning of this year, 2026, has been wild. And it is not only wild within us, it is a wild landscape out there as well. My goodness. I don't want to talk about world events, but things are unraveling. There is a bit of chaos out there. There are things really imploding, let's say. And, we are really being ushered to dive deep, deep, deep within ourselves. And that is what I want to help you with today, where we can come together in the magnificent stability that is already present within us in every single moment. And that stability arises from the seed of life that is within you, the seed of life that you are, the seed of life that gave birth to who you are in this physical body, who you are as an expression of life, in this incarnation. Your seed of life is the fractal of God that you are. It is the spark of the essence of Source itself. It is the light. It is the love of creation. It is the magic of life itself, and it lives deep within your core. The seed of life that is within you is the gateway to knowing yourself. your self with a capital S. And what do we actually mean when we say self with a capital S versus a small self? Small self is your ego-based identity. It is what you have identified as through your life. It is based on your perception of yourself in this lifetime alone. And it is mainly ego-based, story-based, program-based. Your self with a capital S is the self that is the soul, that is the essence of life itself, that is the essence that was gifted to you as an expression of consciousness and life from the All. It is the culmination of all of the experience that you have had as a soul. And it is the all-knowing, the all-encompassing, the all-love, the all-wonderful, beautiful, magical essence that you truly are as an existence of consciousness embodied. And so your seed of life that is within you, that is the very essence that lives within the core of you, it is your gateway to this self with a capital S. And once you recognize this seed of life, once you begin to become the awareness that is the seed of life, you reach a capacity to stabilize yourself in any moment through anything. Because the seed of life that is within you is the stable calm of coherence. It is coherence. It is love. It is grounded. It is rooted. It is pure. It is infinite. It is a pure tone that cannot be distorted. And so having that exist within you at all times means that you can be a constant, stable state of self, rooted in your body, rooted in your emotions, rooted in your identity, rooted in any experience that life throws your way. It allows you to fully anchor and embody the fullness, the wholeness of yourself. And there are ways to really amplify this connection, to catapult this journey within the self, to recognize and connect with and stabilize within the seed of life that is within you. But really, to begin with, you just need to remember that it is already there, that it is already you. That you already have everything that you need within you at any moment, at any time, to anchor you in your wholeness, to anchor you in clarity, in stability, to get you through anything. The seed of life is the same as your soul frequency. Your soul frequency allows you to recognize yourself as frequency, as the frequency, as the tone that you hold as a soul. And that unravels and expands on its own journey. But it's all carried within the same space, within the seed of life that is you. And, all of the work that I do with others is to help you find this, to help you remember this, to help you get to a point within yourself that you feel so rooted, so anchored, so honest within yourself that you can recognize your own wholeness, that you can honor yourself, your decisions, to live your full potential, to live a life that honors everything that you are. You deserve that. That's why you're here. You weren't put here randomly. You weren't put here without purpose. So this whole journey of awakening is just helping us to blossom and find that stable, rooted core that is within us, that is the essence of everything, that is the Big Bang that lives within us. If you think about the beginning of the universe as this Big Bang, as this moment when the all that is blasted itself into everything that is now our known universe, that same blast, that same essence lives within the very core of you. If you think about that power that began everything, and then that power lives within you, that is how powerful you are, and that is how powerful the seed of life is within you. Everything that you've been seeking, searching for, is within you. And when you know the seed of life that is within you, it will anchor you into your full embodiment, into your wholeness, with the gravitational pull that the core of the earth has to hold all that is on this planet to its surface. Your power is unimaginable. The depth, the beauty, the capacity, the love that lives within you is beyond all of us to actually know that power. But it's there. And our journey through this whole expansion of consciousness and remembering of this seed of life that is within us is a journey back to the wholeness that we are and why we came here as this specific expression in this life. And we don't have to become more to be the full expression of this essence that is within us. We just have to remember that it's there and become it. And not even become it, but be it. Rest in it. Let itself expand as us. Once you begin to honor that essence that is within you, it awakens, it unravels, it unfolds. And it helps you to come to terms with everything else that's been held in your body. The stories that we've held, that we've told ourselves throughout our lives from the voices that were not ours, but those of the individuals we grew up with who had authority over us when we were small. And the whole process of shedding our old selves, of shedding all of these identities, of shedding all these stories, the whole process of surrendering fully and completely It helps us come back into the seed of life that is within us. To let that expand and carry us. Because once that is unlocked, embodied, once our wholeness is recognized, honored, accepted, that level of coherence within your body restructures your thoughts, your decisions, your posture, your beingness, begins to recalibrate your whole state of being. Where you want to put your energy, how you want to live your life, how you want to be expressed, how you want to express, how you want your expression to be met by others. That anchored, stable rootedness moves you of its own accord through the world, through your life, through the field of the all. So if you're feeling swept up by the world, if you've been feeling like you are rapidly moving through timelines, realities, worlds, levels of consciousness, levels of self, I feel you. You are not alone. And what will help you through this time is anchoring into that seed of life that is at your core. To let it hold you, stabilize you, ground you, envelop you, be you. The you that you thought you were, that was run by old memories, old habits, old selves, old voices, old stories, is barely holding on by a thread right now. And we just have to honor what we have been, shed, let go, surrender, and stabilize into the core that is our actual truth, our actual power, our actual self with a capital S. And if you need help to reclaim more of yourself, to reclaim more of your power, to stabilize into that seed of life that is within you, I have lots of tools, programs, courses that help with this. Frequency of You is a 30-day program that helps you to come into your soul frequency and to begin to tap into, tune into, connect with the seed of life that is within you. To begin to honor it and allow it to lead you more than your mind or your thoughts that are filled with the past. There are activations that can help you to ground into new consciousness, but everything is rooted in your greatest power being at the very core of you. So if you need tools, if you need support, head on over to my website and choose what resonates. Or reach out and connect. Share what you're going through. I'm here. Let's connect. You're not alone. These are wild, unknown times. And we all feel like we are just kind of floating in the unknown right now. But we are actually just being uprooted from what we thought we were, so that we remember how anchored, how whole, how complete, how strong, how stable, how beautiful, and how loving we are at the very core of us. And that is our source of power, of stability, of groundedness, of vision, of truth. Everything that we need to stabilize ourselves at these times, to become everything that we were meant to be a powerful force through these immaculate changing times. All right, my heart is unimaginably wide open, bursting with love for you right now. I'm here. We're here together. This is happening. It's amazing. We are so lucky to be here. Thank you so much for sharing this with me, for being here with me, for giving your time for this podcast. I'm sending you infinite love. Thank you. I'll see you in the next episode. Hello, lovely listeners. Thank you so much for giving your time and energy to this episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. Now that you have received this transmission, give yourself time to ground it in. Allow it to land in your body and to move through your body. Let the energy move through your centers to your root and down into the earth. Bring it all the way down into the center of the earth and let the transmission become grounded, rooted, and embodied. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share. Please leave a review. Please download, follow the show. Help me to reach more individuals. And if you'd like to learn more about my work, visit stephanieablett.com. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time.